Forever glorified be your name, Father Yahweh Elohim. Glorified be your only begotten, my Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Glorified be the Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Greetings to all the Israelites. Alright, we're going to do 1 Kings chapter 8. The ark brought into the temple, and then Solomon's prayer of dedication. Let's do this. Now Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes, the chief fathers of the children of Israel, to King Solomon in Jerusalem, and they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Most High from the city of David, which is in Sion. There all the men of Israel assembled with King Solomon at the feast in the month of Ethiam, which is the 7th month. So all the elders of Israel came, and the priests took up the ark, and they brought up the ark of the Most High, the tabernacle of meetings, and all the holy furnishings that were in the tabernacle. The priests and the Levites brought them up. Also King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel who were assembled with him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen that could not be counted or numbered for multitude. Then the priests brought in the ark of the covenant of the Most High to its place in the inner sanctuary of the temple, to the holy place under the wings of the cherub. For the cherub spreads their two wings over the place of the ark, and the cherub overshadowed the ark and its poles. The poles extended so that the ends of the poles could be seen from the holy place in front of the inner sanctuary, but they could not be seen from the outer. And they are there to this day. Nothing was in the ark except the two tablets of stone, which Moses put there at Horeb, when the Most High made a covenant with the children of Israel, when they came out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass, when the priests came out of the holy place, did the cloud fill the house of the Most High. The cloud is the chariot, man, probably Mount Zion, so that the priest could not continue ministering because of the cloud. For the glory of Yahweh Elohim filled the house of the Most High. Then Solomon spoke. The Most High said, He will dwell in the dark cloud. I have surely built you an exalted house, and a place for you to dwell in forever. Glorified be the name of the Father, man, Mount Zion, man. Now it says Solomon's speech at the completions of the work. Then the king turned around and blessed the whole assembly of Israel, while all the assembly of Israel was standing. And he said, Blessed be Yahweh Elohim of Jasharallah, who spoke with his mouth to my father David, and with his hand has fulfilled it, saying, Since the day that I brought my people Israel out of Egypt, I have chosen no city from any tribe of Israel in which to build a house, that my name might be there. But I chose David to be over my children, over my people Israel. Now it was in the heart of my father David to build a temple for the name of Yahweh Elohim of Jasharallah. But the Lord said to my father David, Whereas it was in your heart to build a temple for my name, you did well that it was in your heart. Nevertheless, you should not build a temple, but your son who will come from your body, he shall build a temple for my name's sake. So the Most High has fulfilled his word which he has spoken, and I have filled the position of my father David, and sat on the throne of Israel as the Lord promised. And I have built a temple for the name of Yahweh Elohim of Jasharallah. And there I have made a place for the ark, in which is the covenant of Yahweh, which he made with our fathers, when he brought them out of the land of Egypt. Man, so we're going to get the covenant back again, the ark, man, and we're going to be guided by Mount Zion, man, by the cloud, chariots. Now it says Solomon's prayer of dedication, man. This is a beautiful prayer. Let's proceed. Then Solomon stood before the altar of the Most High in the presence of all the assembly of Israel, and spread out his hands towards the heavens. And he said, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, there is no Elohim in the heavens above or on earth like you, who kept your covenant and mercy with your servants who walk before you with all their hearts. You have kept what you promised your servant David, my father. You have both spoken with your mouth and fulfilled it with your hand, as it is this day. Yeah, that's why there's still a remnant, man, because we still love our father, man. You know? Therefore, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, now keep what you have promised your servant David, my father, saying, You shall not fail to have a man sit before me on the throne of Israel, only if your sons take heed to their ways, that they walk before me as you have walked before me. And now I pray, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, let your word come true, which you have spoken to your servant David, my father. But will Elohim indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, heavens and the heavens of heavens cannot contain you, how much less this temple which I have built. Yet regard the prayer of your servant and his supplication, O Elohim, O my Lord, my Elohim of Jasharallah, and listen to the cry and the prayer which your servant is praying before you today, that your eyes may be opened towards this temple. night and day, toward the place of which you said, my name shall be there, that you may hear the prayer which your servant makes towards this place, and you may hear the supplications of your servant and your people Israel, that they pray towards this place, here in heavens, your dwelling place, and when you hear, forgive. When anyone sins against his neighbor and is forced to take an oath, and comes and takes an oath before your altar and this temple, then hear it in heavens and act and judge your servant, condemning the wicked, bringing his ways on his head, and justifying the righteous by giving him according to his righteousness. When your people Israel are defeated before the enemy because they have sinned against you, and when they turn back to you and confess your name and pray and make supplications to you in this temple, then hear in heaven and forgive the sins of your people Israel, and bring them back to the land which you gave to their fathers. When the heavens are shut up and there is no rain because they have sinned against you, when they pray towards this place and confess your name and turn from their sins because you afflicted them, then hear in heaven and forgive the sins of your servants, your people Israel, and you may teach them the good way in which they should walk, and send rain on your land, which you have given to your people as an inheritance. When there is famine in the land, pestilence, or blight, or mildew, locusts, or grasshoppers, when their enemies besiege them in the land of their cities, whatever plague or whatever sickness there is, kind of like right now, whatever prayer, whatever supplications it's made by anyone or by all your people, Israel, when each one knows the plague of his own heart and spreads out his hands towards his temple, then hear in heavens your dwelling place, and forgive and act, and give to everyone according to all his ways, whose heart you know, for you alone know the heart of all the sons of men, that they may fear you all the days that they live in the land which you gave to our fathers. Moreover, concerning the foreigner, who is not of your people Israel, but has come from a far country for your name's sake, a one-third remnant maybe, for they will hear of your great name and your strong hand and your outreach arms when he comes and prays towards his temple, or Israelite foreigners. Here in heaven your dwelling place, and do according to all for which the foreigner calls to you. Yeah, it's a foreigner. That all peoples of the earth may know your name and fear you, as do your people Israel, and that they may know that this temple which I have built is called by your name, Jasharallah. When your people go out to battle against their enemy, wherever you send them, and when they pray to Yahweh Elohim, to the city which you have chosen, and the temple which I have built for your name, then hear in the heavens their prayer and their supplications, and maintain their cause. When they sin against you, for there is no one who does not sin, wretched men that we are, and you become angry with them and deliver them to the enemy, and they take them captive to the land of the enemy, far or near, yet they come to themselves in the land where they were carried captives, and repent, want the remnant trying to get out of Babylon, and make supplications to you in the land of those who took them captive, saying, we have sinned and done wrong, we have committed wickedness. And when they return to you with all their heart and with all their souls in the land of their enemies, who led them away captive, and prayed to you towards their land, which you gave to their fathers, the city which you have chosen, and the temple which I have built for your name, then hear in heavens your dwelling place, their prayer and their supplications, and maintain their cause, and forgive your people who have sinned against you, and all their transgressions which they have transgressed against you, and grant them compassion before those who took them captive, that they may be compassionate on them, for they are your people and your inheritance, whom you brought out of Egypt, out of the iron furnace, that your eyes may be open to the supplications of your servant and the supplications of your people Israel, to listen to them whenever they call to you. For you separated them from amongst all the peoples of the earth to be your inheritance. Set apart. Everybody else is a zodiac star worshiper, as you spoke by your servant Moses when you brought our fathers out of Egypt, O Yahweh Elohim. And then Solomon, that's a beautiful prayer, man. Now, it says Solomon blessed the assembly. And so it was when Solomon finished praying all this prayer and supplication to Elohim, that he arose from before the altar of the Most High, from kneeling on his knees with his hands spread up to the heavens. Then he stood and blessed all the assembly of Israel with a loud voice, saying, Blessed be Yahweh Elohim, who has given rest to his people Israel, according to all he promised. There has not failed one word of all his good promise, which he promised through his servant Moses. May Yahweh our Elohim be with us as he was with our fathers, that he may not leave or us, nor forsaken us, that he may incline our hearts to himself, to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgment, which he commanded our fathers. And may these words of mine, with which I have made supplications before our Elohim Yahweh, be near the Most High day and night, that he may maintain the cause of his servant and the cause of his people Israel, as each day may require, that all the people of the earth may know that Yahweh Elohim is the only Elohim and there is no other. Let your heart therefore be loyal to our Elohim, to walk in his status and keep his commandments as it is this day. There you go, see. Okay, you know what, man? Let me finish it with Solomon dedicates the temple, man. Then the king of Israel with him offered, and then the king and all Israel with him offered sacrifices before Yahweh the Elohim. And Solomon offered a sacrifice of peace offerings, which he offered to the Elohim 22,000 bulls and 122,000 sheep. So the king and all the children of Israel dedicated the house of the Most High. On the same day, the king consecrated the middle of the court that was in front of the house of the Most High, for there he offered burnt offerings, grain offerings, and the fat of the peace offering, because the bronze altar that was before the Most High was too small to receive burnt offering, the grain offering, and the fat offerings of peace. At that time Solomon held a feast, and all Israel with him, a great assembly from the entrance of Hamath to the brook of Egypt, before Yahweh their Elohim, 7 days, 7 more days, 14 days. Oh, the 8th day he sent the people away, and they blessed the king, who went to their tents joyful and glad of heart, for all the good that the Most High had done for his servant David and for the people of Israel, his people. All right, man. Basically, he's talking about the Feast of Unleavened Bread, man, and it's coming up, man, right after the Passover, man. So, I hope this was edifying, man, and it's a beautiful prayer, man. 6th and 7th, it's a pink moon. It's also our Passover, and then the Feast of Unleavened Bread, 14 days. No yeast, observation. You know what, man? Amen. Come back to your ways, Joshua, or else you're not gonna get delivered, man. Donald Trump, that piece of shit, already ordered like 100,000 body bags because it's gonna get bloody, man. So, hey, man, just take heed, man. It's Israel or death, man. Shalom.